Yes! I love this lens, the Lumix 25mm 1.7. In this video, I'm gonna tell you why you should use this over your fancy 2.8 zoom lens, and I'm also gonna tell you why this guy is gonna make you a better photographer and videographer. Let's go. So, this lens right here, it's only 25mm. You can't zoom, you can't do anything, it's just one focal range. So why would you want to use this one over a zoom lens? Something that covers more range, 12 to 35. This is 25, so that means that this one can get the same focal range as this one. Seems obvious to me, right? Well, the big difference is in the f-stop. The f-stop is a way to calculate how much light is let into the lens. So this one is 1.7, while this one is 2.8. That doesn't sound like a huge deal, but when you're using a micro four thirds camera, like I am right now, Panasonic Lumix GH5, what happens is that the f-stop, you need to calculate the equivalent with ×2. So that means that this lens here is f3.4 actually, while this one is 5.6. So the difference becomes quite larger. So what does the f-stop do for you? The lower the f-stop, the more blurry the background. You know, that professional photography look that you really like when you want that blurry background? Yeah, you need a low f-stop to get that. But that's not the main reason I would recommend this lens over the other one. When you let more light into the camera, not only do you get nicer, blurrier backgrounds, but you can also shoot in low light conditions. And this is where this lens makes a huge difference. This lens struggles in low light, while this one does slightly better. And there's a huge price difference too. This lens, depending on where you buy it, if you buy it new, it can be anywhere from $800 to $1,000. This lens right here, you can get it used for about 120 bucks. And why wouldn't you buy your lens used? You know, there's nothing wrong with it. What, you're afraid somebody sneezed on it? Just wipe it off, it's fine. Besides, most camera people, they take pretty good care of their stuff because camera stuff is expensive. And lenses, they have really good resale value. Keep that in mind. Woo! So how is this lens gonna make you a better photographer? Well, here are my 3 reasons. First off, 25mm on a micro four thirds camera is actually a 50mm equivalent, which you might have heard the term before, nifty 50. And the reason why people like the nifty 50, the 50mm look, is because it most closely resembles your eyes. So it gives you that cinematic look. So that's reason number 1 why it's gonna make you a better photographer. Because it doesn't zoom, just like in real life, your eyes don't zoom unless you're a cyborg or something like that. So this lens does not zoom, which means when you're taking your photos or taking your video, you need to put more thought into your positioning and the way you frame things. The frame is what you got, so you gotta move around instead. And this really trains your eye as a videographer and photographer. Reason number 2 that I recommend this guy as your beginner lens is because it gives you that nice shallow depth of field or blurry backgrounds. You can get that look quite easily with a f1.7 or 3.4 equivalent, which this lens offers. So you can feel like a pro snapping those photos with those nice blurry backgrounds. And then reason number 3, why this is a great beginner lens, is because it's versatile. The 50mm equivalent focal range, which I mentioned before, most resembles your eyes, is actually a really good focal range for portraits. So if you're taking portraits, pictures of people, they look very flattering in 50mm. But it's versatile, which means it actually is really good for street photography, landscape photography, you name it. Like if you walk around with only this lens on your camera, you're not gonna run into a situation where you feel you should have had a different lens. This lens has got you covered. So there you have it, my reasons why I recommend this lens. It's got a low f-stop, it's cheap, it makes you a great beginner photographer by giving you that natural eye focal range. It gives you nice blurry backgrounds, and it's versatile. You can shoot street photography, you can shoot people, you can shoot portraits. It's just a great lens all around. It is a must-have for a Micro Four Thirds camera. Just to close off this video, 9 months ago I shot a video in Miyakojima, Japan, and all I brought with me was this one very lens. And I think it turned out great. I mean, I've improved a lot since that time, but just goes to show that this lens really has you covered. So if you want to check out that video, I guess there will be a card up here. Check that out. That's it. Thanks for watching the video. My name is John Bear, and I'm on a journey to become a better videographer, photographer kind of person. So if you want to be along for that ride, then hit that like button, subscribe, do all those good things. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and bye-bye.